This meeting is being recorded.
Greetings and welcome. It has been a minute since I've made a video, and mostly because I have really been focused on other things. And as I was sitting with my snuggly cat, I had this desire in my heart to talk about peace. And it's interesting how much I currently value this sense of peace or state of peace within me more than anything else, it seems, in such a deep way that I've even heard myself saying things like, I wouldn't give up my peace for X amount of dollars, or I don't know that there's anything that's worth trading that in for, because it seems like it's been a journey to get here. And so I have this awareness around being sensitive and the connection between being sensitive and allowing your state of peace to be so unbothered, I guess, is a good word for that. Or unshakable. I prefer that one. Really comes down for me to the awareness of what sensory information I'm receiving from the external environment and how my energetic system and my physical body are responding to and digesting or rejecting whatever is coming in. And so maybe this example will help. So maybe you are at a retail establishment and somebody is getting really frustrated at an employee and they're raising their voice and they're being quite rude and the language that they're choosing is really harsh. How do you receive that experience? Is it something that you can observe? Is it something that you physically feel in your body? And is it something that energy then comes with you after the experience is over and you've left the store or the person stopped the behavior, or it carries on beyond the present moment in your own experience? So if any of those things resonate for you, I am really leaning into how we can easily notice those signals and tend to our inner well-being without checking out, without having to leave the situation, without having to necessarily even do something, but shifting from an internal perspective, your own energetic frequency to allow that to digest so that it doesn't carry with you for the rest of your day or even for 5 minutes after it's over. Yeah? because our energy is valuable. And when we're spending it on things that are, for no real reason, it's costly, especially when you think of how many interactions you might experience in a day. And often they have nothing to do with us. We are witnessing it, and it's very possible that sensitive beings will somehow offer to carry that, to alleviate someone else from that situation. And the other piece around noticing the sensory feedback in your body, this one's really deep for helping us really understand our own trauma and triggers from my experience. So if something like that happens, like, where do you feel it in your body? Do you have a sensation where you just freeze and you're watching like, oh my gosh, I can't believe this is happening? Is there a sense of like you want to get involved and like speak out and stand up for the person? Do you feel something like in your chest or in your throat or even in your extremities, like your arms or your legs, or even in your glutes? Does it feel like you just want to run and get out of that situation or disappear if you could? So really noticing when things like that happen, like stressors, and maybe that's not a good example, it's just the one that came to me, but you could fill in your own example. I'm sure you have some from your own personal life. But as you start to notice these things that happen in the external world around you, and seeing, instead of focusing externally, bringing your attention and your awareness back to yourself and noticing, like, what are the thoughts? What are the sensations? What are the sensations? I was going to say sensory experiences. And then what continues on after the situation energetically? Or is it physical? Is it something that you need to call someone and talk to them about? Like, what do you do with that after the situation is over? Or are you able to digest it in that moment? And so some of us have like stressful jobs where we're continually seeing things that stress our nervous system. And if we never have that chance to go back to our baseline, to recalibrate and reset, it starts to affect our capacity to shift between the state of rest and digest and the natural state of the opposite of that, which is fight or flight. So these are basic terminology. I could get more specific, but I think this just is easier for everyone to understand or understand what I'm saying. And it seems like stress is the biggest underlying factor in a lot of health-related issues right now, whether it's mental health or physical health or even emotional well-being. All of these things are affected by stress. And so I'm wondering if you have any stories or experiences that you would like to share about these inquiries. And if you desire to dive deeper into these topics, I do have some play shops coming up. It has been a minute since I've done any play shops other than yoga and yoga nidra, so I'm so excited to connect with you. And the two play shops, I'll put the information in the description box below. The main focus for the two of them is understanding your own navigational system of your energetic blueprint, and then listening to the messaging and the communication system that is innate in your body, and inviting it to align with you and to really become like your system that is guiding your decisions and your life in a way that's meaningful and in alignment with you, where your sensitivity actually then becomes your superpower. It's like your body already knows what's happening before your mind might even recognize that there's something to be aware of. And so when we're in tune with those messages and we have a clear connection with our inner world, it really does open this capacity for us as sensory alchemists to transmute that energy rather than carry it with us, and to keep our energy at a state that is feeling harmonious, and rather than disrupting that peace, you become unshakable. And so if these sound like something you would be interested in, I will love to hear from you, and I'll include my contact information below as well. And I do have a special offering. So if you are seeing this before January 1st of 2023, I am offering, if you sign up for both of the play shops together, there's a discounted rate, which you'll see below, and you get a free bonus of a Yoga Nidra, which is a guided sleep-based meditation where you your body goes to sleep, but your mind stays awake, and you can repattern the subconscious mind. And so we're aligning this with January 1st. And I'll include the details below if that interests you. You can even just sign up for that one separately, but you get it free if you do both of the play shops. And so there will be recordings for the play shops. If you're not able to make it to the live sessions, you can send me any questions that you might have up front, and I'll be sure to cover those in the sessions. And there will be more to come. So if this is stuff that really excites you and you're passionate about, and there's something that you would love to see offered, I always love to hear from you, and please feel free to email me. I love that I always forget to say my name. So I'm Marie Louise, and it has been an absolute pleasure and honor to connect with you. Even though I can't see you, I still feel you, and I'm so grateful you're here. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being authentic, and thank you for being human. So much love, and I hope to see you back here for another video. Mwah.